First things first, on a human level, my friend, how are you?
I'm good. It's really hot today for no goddamn reason. Um, I'm good. I'm pretty bored of life, but I'm hopeful for the future and I'm excited for what I've been making and what's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the year started like that a little bit, I think, for a lot of people. It was just, everybody kind of found themselves in a space where it's like, all right, cool, we got to hunker down again. We got to focus again. We got to stay, we got to hold the line again. I'm so glad you're back with the song. We've been waiting for this one. This is a really rare situation for you because I feel like this is one of those moments where the song has been out and about in concept for a long time. And it's not how you roll. Like normally it's like, I'm done now, we'll get it. This is totally different.
Absolutely. I mean, this is like the longest lead up
Two
on
years.
earth. Yeah, well, because we wrote, most of the song in January of 2019.
Wow.
It's been a long, long, long time. I'm so excited to put it. I love it. I actually think it's so beautiful and it's so not something I feel like I've done. And I think Rosalia opened a little channel in me that I hadn't tried out before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, a lot of it is in Spanish, which I think is so important. I remember when we were writing the song, I remember her saying something about like, it should be in English. And I was like, no, 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 it should be in Spanish. It's so beautiful. And I've always loved music that isn't in English. I like tons of music that I don't even, from languages I don't even speak. I've always found I've been really intrigued by it pretty much my whole life. There's so many like Russian songs I like and Spanish and French and
Well, it opens up a whole new emotional relationship with the music because often when, you put words in it and then we start to paint pictures and do videos and everything else, we tell the story, artists tell the story and it's all laid out for you. And there's not a lot of room for you to actually come to your own emotional conclusion. And when you don't actually necessarily understand what someone is saying, it's like, oh, I'm drawn just into the emotion of the performance.
Yup, absolutely. So that was the biggest thing for this one. And she told me what the lyrics mean and then it just meant even more because I was like, that's beautiful and the delivery is beautiful and the emotion is beautiful and it was really fun.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking to Selena Gomez the other day, who just released her first actual song in Spanish, which she's been a long time waiting to do. And she said that when she sang, she actually felt her voice sounded better singing in Spanish than when she sang in English. And I wondered what that experience was like for you singing in Spanish, because you have to obviously enunciate in a different way.
Right. And not only that, but I don't really know what I'm saying. So I'm not enunciating in the same way I would with my own stuff where you go like, "Oh, this is how I pronounce this word and how am I like where's the stress going to be on the syllable or whatever." Like
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was saying, so I was having to and she was coaching me through it as I did it, but it was really interesting. It was a whole new world of just thinking. And I would agree with Selena that it doesn't make you sound better. I thought I sounded better too.
And kind of humbling too, I can imagine too. You know what to do in the booth when you're singing words that you've written down or that you've conjured up yourself. But when you're I'd imagine that when you're in a space where it's totally vulnerable, because it's like you have to really trust Rosalia that she's going to get you in that place that that, like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I
I
doing?
know. Well, also because obviously she's a fluent Spanish speaker, so I'm like embarrassed the whole time. Like, did it do it? And she was so sweet. She was like, "You sound completely natural." So hopefully she's not lying to me,
Well, too late. Imagine if it was the best troll of all time.
right?
I was speaking to your bro the other day, and he was saying that there's a lot of versions of this particular song, and I understand that because, and I said this to him, it's all feel. The arrangements all feel. And I feel you can only get there when you've tried a whole bunch of different things, and it's like you only know it's done when it feels right, right? But this one really so much space to it. How did you feel when you heard it finished? Like absolutely done, finished.
Oh my god, I loved it, and it is really true. It went through lots of stages, which is kind of rare for us. Usually, the production we do is the production we end up with,
Yeah.
and this one was really not that way. And obviously, it was like 2 years, so obviously, you're gonna change. It just worked. Like by the end, the last time I heard it, or the time I heard it when it was done, I was just like, this is so weird. Because it sounds like to me, I don't feel like I've heard a song that sounds like this. Maybe that's stupid, but I do feel Like it's weird and different.
Do you know what it is as well? It's heavy. That's the weird thing about it, is it's so light on its feet and it floats, but by the end, when you're trading the lines between Spanish and English, it's got weight to it.
Yes, it does. That's such a good way of putting it. It's really heavy, but it's very spacious. What about those last lines though? Bars.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you said that. That line is so good. I needed to go because I needed to know you don't need me. That is just
you reap what you sow, but it seems like you don't even see me. But that last line, you say it to me like it's something I have any choice in. If I wasn't important, then why would you waste all your poison? Ah, bars!
Did you write that in the room when she was there?
No, that was the last thing we wrote. When we first worked on the song, we wrote the first verse up to the chorus pretty much. And then I think we had another session like 6 months later or something, halfway, I don't know what. And then that's when she wrote the second verses, and then we kind of improvised, whatever. And then we didn't get back to it until literally last year, 2020. And so that was like mid-quarantine. We're just like, yeah, let's work on this song. Because in our heads, we were going to put it out like in the summertime.
Yeah.
But that's when we like worked on all the new production and whatever. And I just was like, it needs something else.
It
like
needs
there's something
a stone cold assassin line at the end.
Yeah, it does. It does. And what's funny is the way that we wrote it was the whole song was done, except we needed this last line. And we had like a family. This was like a period of quarantine where like every Friday we had a family dinner and a movie night, which got old pretty quick. We talked together every day anyway. But it was a good one. And we had dinner. We watched a movie. And then we were like, you guys want to hear this Rosalía song we've been working on? So my mom, my dad, Phineas, me, Phineas's girlfriend, Claudia, we all came down to the studio. And we listened, and me and Phineas were like, should we just write this line right now? So sitting in the room with my entire family, all of us, like including my dad and my mom, like they were like, what if it was like we were all giving ideas? So technically they should have a writing credit because we all wrote that line right at the end.
Wow. Who wrote the word poison? Who came up with poison?
I think it was me.
Of course it was. That was a trick question. That was a trick question.
It was me.
You know, I love looking at the photo of you guys as well. It seems like so long ago that photo was taken. I mean, a lifetime has been lived between then and now.
Lifetime for both of us.
Yeah, yeah. I keep thinking about like the moments along the way. I mean, from the Grammys right through to all the other situations and festivals you've shared and everything else. I got to ask you, you know, it's actually, I should have a jingle for this. We keep catching up so much. I should have like some kind of like classic commercial radio jingle that is like, you know, time to find out what's going on with Billie Eilish's second record. So what's going on? What's the update?
Oh, I am so excited. I can't wait for you to hear it specifically.
You keep saying that, but you don't send me anything. This is an empty promise.
I don't send anyone anything. I literally don't send people anything. I don't trust my...